The third and final playoff hole, and just a few hundred yards between him and Trilby Tour glory. Take it away, Mr. Dawson. And he did take it away, smashing the golf ball to yet another terrific fairway position. But it was full marks to all at 18 though. Michael Christie, one shot down on Dawson, mullered it for maximum effect. Mike Rubber next up, and journalist Norman Mayer once wrote that Gary Player's swing was a marvel of disciplined violence. And while not quite in that category, Mike certainly gave it some, outdriving his opponents by a country mile and putting some pressure on leader Guy Dawson. Maybe this one wasn't all over yet. James Paul was yet to show us his best in this championship playoff, chasing all the way and never really getting to grips with the whole scenario. Things weren't about to improve. Not the end just yet, but he wasn't making things easy for himself here at Bearwood Lakes. And when things are tough, the last thing you want is someone to kick, or at least punch you, when you're down. Mike Rubber's caddy with the right cross. Here's Steve Cowell with his final shot.
Pin placement on 18 is very tight to the front, so what they don't want to do is be going long and leaving themselves a sort of 30-foot downhill part. I've seen a few there today that have raced on sort of 6-7 foot par, so that's what they've got to watch out for. On the other hand, if they come up short, it's going to roll back down sort of 10 yards or so they're going to leave a nasty little pitch up.
Michael Christie had gone from top of the tree after 18 holes with that terrific score of 38 points to the joint lead in the playoff, then to problems at the second hole, and now he needed this shot to nestle right up next to the flag. He got some luck, but it wasn't the luck he needed, and it was time for Michael to take a bow. James Paul produced a shot of genuine quality into this 18th green, and left himself with that to keep his playoff hopes alive. But he also needed both Guy Dawson and Mike Rubber to get a touch of winning line nerves. Where Guy Dawson was concerned, that looked unlikely, and his sublime approach underlined his status as champion-elect here at Bearwood Lakes. Only this man could touch him, and after that monster drive, Mike Rubber was left needing the shot of his life. It sounded good, it looked good, and with some clever course management, it was good.
Now there's a shot.
I couldn't agree with that spectator more. Actually, it was excellent. It was Rubber versus Dawson for the title. Christie was out of it, and Paul needed this to have any hope. A great attempt, but his day was done. And so it was time for that moment that arrives every week on the Trilby Tour for just one golfer. This week, with this putt, Guy Dawson could put the tournament beyond everyone. But he wasn't the first, and he won't be the last to discover that making the big putt under this pressure is never easy. He holed out, but it was Mike Rubber that now had the chance to write a new ending. This putt to take the playoff back down 18. A heart-stopping moment, a heartbreaking outcome, a cruel Trilby Tour blow for Mike Rubber as he handed Guy Dawson the title. Nothing but despair for Mike, but it was triumph for Guy Dawson. Let's hear from this week's winner.
I know people sort of stand here and say, oh, words can't describe, but this is the first time being anything as professional as this, with all the boards and the sponsorships and what's going on, the starters, the cameras and everything like that. It's, yeah, it's quite daunting, but the actual experience itself was just fantastic. So everything that could have been done for the players has been done, and just makes you feel really special and really important no matter where you are on the golf course. It's been brilliant.
And talking of brilliant, this week's shot of the day was just that. I told you we'd see this one again. Steve Thomas entertaining the gallery at 18 in regulation with this belter. But even with that piece of golfing genius, Steve doesn't get the last word from Bearwood Lakes. Here's William.
Venue was beautiful, people were fantastic. You know, I keep saying it, but if the guys don't come, it doesn't happen. And they keep coming, so it keeps happening. And we keep getting fantastic play. These guys, you know, it gets down to the last 3 holes, they're playing like pros, aren't they? They're feeling the pressure. But it's always the one that keeps the technique, that keeps his routine. He seems to be the one that wins it. You know, Guy Dawson, what a player. I think he played his heart out today, and I think he's quite happy with his winnings.
Congratulations to Guy Dawson, regional champion number 5 on this year's Trilby Tour. That's it from Bearwood Lakes. Next week we head west to Bath and the Park Golf Club, where another sellout field try to claim those 12 qualification spots for the International Amateur Final, and where the champion of Avon and the South West will be crowned. For more information on all of the 2010 events, go to www.williamhunttrilbytour.com. We'll see you again soon.
Flights, hotels, car hire. Netflights.com, sponsors of the William Hunt Trilby Tour.